gentlemen, welcome to Anime Watch Club, a bi-weekly group discussion and review where the host of Why You Say Anime podcast nominate and vote on shows either we haven't seen or shows to hopefully to a great discussion. On today's episode, was this the Count of Monte Cristo the entire time? Audience members of the Why You Say Anime podcast will be reviewing the 2017 anime film, The Night is Short, Walk On Girl. The Dawn Underwear fan club tonight will be Kat, Jolene, Miles, and starting things off, we got Pat. Pat, take it away.
Yes, it is a short night tonight, so we must walk on to the synopsis. This show or movie aired in 2017, done by Science Saru, sourced from a novel, and it's a comedy, romance, adult cast kind of movie. Very good vibes, but we'll do our usual first impressions. I guess it's kind of harder with a movie, so just give your thoughts on the movie as a whole, spoiler free, whether you'd recommend it or not, etc. And let's start with Miles like we always do. Miles, what do you think?
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite just sort of things ever. Not to, bury the lead here, but I will in fact recommend this. So some people, and I understand this might be a little turned off by the sort of Science Saru art style and all of that, but I think if you've always thought to yourself, hey, I want to watch Tatami Galaxy, but instead I don't want to really watch it that much, this is a great place to jump in on that sort of thing. Also, and maybe we'll talk about this later, because I think comparing and contrasting the shows is a little good, but I think this is just sort of better. I love the general messaging of this, where instead of telling you not to squander the large amounts of time you have, like in Tatami Galaxy, this is telling you to seize the day and make the most of the time you have. This movie for me is very reminiscent of what I remember about college, which of course was none of the education that I paid tens of thousands of dollars to obtain, but nights with my friends, sort of meandering around and trying to figure out what was going on and just walking around. And a lot of the nights you wouldn't find anything, but some nights you would have maybe nothing to this level, but you would find the equivalent of this, like the real world equivalent of things like this. And, the whole movie just sort of makes me happy. It really is a night about getting shit-faced and having a good time. To prepare for this mentally, I listened to one of my favorite albums, which is Melodrama by Lorde, which is a concept album about a night out with a more somber tone, but because it is similar, where it's just sort of like an all-night bender type of thing, I thought it would be a good thing to do. So I think there's lots of ways to explore the general theme, but I love this movie. I would recommend it to pretty much anyone. My wife did not like it, though. Fun fact. Yeah.
Really? Interesting.
And so after she gives birth to my second son, we will be getting a divorce.
Oh my god.
She comes busting through the door. What'd you say?
Yeah, she probably heard me.
That's so silly. All right, well, glistening review right there. Kat, what about you?
Yeah, this was definitely a movie of all time. It gave. Oh no! Don't look at me like that. I did like it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I very much enjoyed the art style and a lot of the, especially like the drinking animation, especially the dude that's drinking a full stein of beer and then just giant bulge around the throat just going down. That's just really fun. But yeah, this was a very, very easy watch for me personally, and I personally do not partake in getting shit-faced, but I am typically the DD.
There you go. All right. Pete, what about you?
I gotta call Kat out. I've spent countless nights with you in Discord while you were hammered. That is not true.
No, I'm not shit-faced.
Kat, I met you one time in person. I've seen you one time in person, and you were shit-faced.
I was not shit-faced. I was still conscious. That's the difference.
You went around to the fantasy football event we were at and kept on telling people that they needed to read a certain romantasy series in order to learn how to perform cunnilingus.
Correct.
But he never gets black.
I never get
Okay, and this is what I'm talking about. That sounds like a bit that could be in a new edition of this movie where one of the friends gets drunk and is just telling people how to perform oral sex properly.
I'm like,
because they accidentally stumbled into a fantasy football event and they're just like, you got to learn how to use your tongue, as Kat said to 37 people.
Hell yeah, Kat. Your sobriety really inspires us. Thank you for
I've never said I was sober.
Yeah, fair enough. But Pete, yeah, how about you?
Okay, so first impressions, I guess a lot of people don't know, this has a dub. So I watched this is my rewatch. So I watched it dubbed. Incredible. Absolutely fantastic. I first watched this back in, I believe, COVID, which I really enjoyed. Same with the Tatami Galaxy, but similar to what Miles said, I think, like, even if you didn't like the Tatami Galaxy or if it intrigues you, I think this is like the greatest spot to start with. I think this movie is just such an easy consume. While it is avant-garde in terms of like the art style, I feel like the story is like pretty straightforward, very easy to consume, which is a little bit different, I think, sometimes when the show does go avant-garde. So I did like that style where it's very easy to watch while still having the stylistic and like intrinsicies that like Yuasa does and Science Saru does. It was all there. This was just an incredible watch. If you've seen it before and you haven't watched the dub, watch the dub. It's back-to-back watch clubs of I'm just absolutely blown away by the dub. So I want to give that 2 thumbs way up. Highly recommended. This movie kicks total ass. I can't wait to start talking about it more as the episode goes along.
Alrighty. And Jolene, how about you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit as well. I actually watched the dub for this for the first time as well because my DVD just kind of started on the dub without giving me an option. So I was just like, all right, whatever, sure, I'll let it rock. And it was solid. It was overall pretty well done. I think that it was like localized in a way that seemed like respectful, not like super like off, I guess. Like some people can accuse localizers of being, I don't know. I don't really feel that way. And yeah, this is just great. This was my intro to Science Saru. I watched this and then shortly after watched Inuo and Ping Pong, and I've just been really enjoying Yuasa and Science Saru ever since then.
Kaiba, right?
This is yeah, actually, Kaiba, you're right. Woo, damn. Yeah, so that, I mean,
Pulling
that
my
just goes to
Jolene
show.
lore to
Yeah, exactly. Well, that just goes to show because I mean, damn, I really enjoyed Kaiba too. So I guess they just can't really miss with me. We'll see, I guess.
Oh, that's technically
I would
Madhouse though, so there's a
Yeah.
pass there.
You also, but Madhouse, so close enough. I would definitely recommend this to just about anybody. I think that it's overall a really solid film that even if you don't drink, you can probably appreciate just like the sort of side questy nature of it. Like I love how it's just sort of like oh yeah, no, there's like one more thing you got to do. Like, but it does that about 30 more times, more or less. And I think that the payoff for all of it is really solid, like emotional ending that we'll talk about later. So big recommend from me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll wrap us up quick. And let us get right into the discussion. I agree with all the recommends. I would highly recommend this movie. I would go even a step further than people earlier and say, don't even bother watching Tatami Galaxy. Watch this instead, and then you've done everything that you need to do with this.
Something
like,
right.
no. This is better in every way. I agree,
Yeah, I
Miles.
agree. I think
like,
it's better.
This is such a. This is like. It hasn't even really fully marinated with me yet either, I don't think, but I really, really liked this movie, and we will talk about that more specifically later. But I think it's
I'm so happy because I knew if anyone wasn't going to, it was going to be you.
Really?
Who wouldn't like it? Well, you just
100%.
sometimes the art style and stuff. puts you off, and then
it did for the first 20 minutes, and then I got used to it, and it didn't bother me too much. And it helps the story rather than impairing it for me, which I guess I was going to talk about that later, but basically its art style is conducive to the stupid shit that's going on in the side quests versus other shows where it's just distracting to me. And I get it that it's probably doing this. The other shows are doing the same thing. I don't care. This one was fun. The others weren't. So there we go.
Oh, God, the show it's just such a fun movie. And I think that's sort of the first thing that I would like to talk about is like the general tone of this and then the side quests. And I think I'd like to hear what everyone's maybe like what their favorite side quest was that happened, because to me, just the okay, if we roll back to our anime of the year discussion, Pete, I made fun of you for some of your adventure nominations, right?
Oh, sure.
Because I was like, well, that's not an adventure. Anyone can do this. This to me feels like an adventure anime.
But anybody could get drunk, Miles.
Except for Cat. So but like, to me, there was just so much joy, and I loved the energy that Otome sort of like radiates, where her goal is to have a great night out, and she just sort of walks through, like, I mean, that's the name of it, right? But she just keeps going and like seizing every opportunity given to her in a whimsical and magical way. I think this might be like a lot of people's favorite part. I'm not sure, but the sort of like the rogue play they were doing.
So good.
I just loved that. I've always said anime needs more like musical scenes, and them just putting on sort of like hit and run guerrilla musicals, and being like chased around by like ordinances and stuff was so fun, because that just feels like something that would happen at this stage in your life when you're a college kid and you're blitzed, it felt like that. So that was my favorite, but there was a lot that I liked. And on second watch, there was a lot that I caught that I didn't really notice the first time. But Pete, are you agreeing with me on the musical bit, or did you have another side quest that was your favorite?
Because they're all just fantastic in like their own way. But if I had, because while I do think that the guerrilla plays were like the funniest, like the one that I relate to most, it's more of just Otome's character in general. Is I'm a big vibes person. Like if the group wants to do X, like let's do it. Like that's what I want to do. Like I don't have like a set goal for the night, and like how Otome approaches the night is sort of like how I approach the night. And so one of like my favorite things with like her character and like my favorite scenes with like these side quests was like just being like dragged into like the drinking competition for like the first one, where she's just like, well, I'm trying to get blitzed tonight. Like, why not just do that? And like, let's do that. Like, yeah, let's do it. This is the goal for the night. And so sort of all these side quests that she's doing is just like something that I resonate to. And actually I want to shout out to Preston, because he said something along the lines of like, if drinking wasn't involved, like how much could you relate to these scenarios? And drinking doesn't have to be involved in these scenarios for it to be like the same type of concept. It's more of just like what's happening and like we're going with it. So, I mean, just like the guerrilla things where they're just like, it more or less, at least in the dub, it felt like these college students were just like airing their grievances and didn't really care about the play. I was just like, yeah, I mean, that's something that you could just totally like insert yourself into the play and be like, I'm gonna relate this to me now. So really enjoyed like those different side quests that they had. I'm just like a massive fan of like how they presented just what a night can turn into. It can be, I think you said, Miles, you could be walking around for 4 hours and nothing happened, or you go out for the night and something happens within the first 2 minutes of you getting to a bar or something like that. Like you don't know until you like actually just go and do it. So yeah, I just loved how they just wrapped everything together inside of this one epic night between, I mean, it was mostly one person, but it was kind of two people. It just great. Loved it.
I couldn't agree more. I guess out of the main side quests, I would call the book fair one, my favorite.
Mhm.
I think I really enjoyed the challenge that whatever the master or the rich guy, the villain almost, even though he's not really a villain. The hot pot challenge was very funny to watch them go through, and I also
Yes.
liked the book deity. The ride that he takes you on of being like, oh, this book is connected to this book because of this and that and that and that. I really enjoyed like sitting there and listening and reading about it too, because I literally paused the movie and I was like, oh, okay, this is all mostly true as well, like mostly connected, and it's an interesting way to look at books. I never really thought of them that way before, like how influential. Like I guess, I've thought about how like, oh, books are written because of other books, but like not the how interconnected it is with history. I thought that was a really cool perspective to examine, and also just the preposterous situation that they end up in as well with the hot pot.
Yeah, the hallucinations and stuff that happen, and I think I don't know. I've been there too in the night where you get drunk, where you have to like do some crazy stuff because you're like trying to go to the same party the girl you like is at or whatever, and you're doing inside. It's all just very relatable to me. Jolene, you had a thought here.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Pat and say that my favorite side quest was definitely the book fair and the hot pot eating competition. First of all, because like that spicy hot pot seemed really good, and I would try
Did.
some of that for sure. And then second of all, I really enjoyed the whole bit with the like God of book used books and like him trying to get one over on the collectors and release the books to where other people like they can go back into circulation. And like his whole bit with the senpai was really good with like running into him with his ice cream and whatnot. I just really enjoyed that. And the vibe of a night market is just great. I wish that America had more stuff like that where there's just like, oh, used book fair at like fucking 11 o'clock at night. You just never hear about that unless you're in a place like, I don't know, like New York or Chicago or something like that, I guess. You know?
Yeah, the closest we have are like farmers markets, right? And
Those take
even
place in the
then,
morning though.
yeah. Oh, yeah. But at night, yeah, nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, and we have night markets over here, but they're barely few and far in between. They don't just happen every day.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely stuff like that, but it's it's just not really it doesn't feel like as much part of our like general nightlife as other aspects of this.
Right.
100%. What
I
drink
guess,
looked the best to you guys
Wait,
out of
Cat
them
still
all?
has to go.
Oh,
yeah. I guess
sorry.
that just leaves me. Uh, so I think my favorite side quest was the first one where they go into the sophisticated club. That was
The sophist club.
yeah, the
Yes.
sophist club. Yeah.
Yes.
I just loved how it started off with like the kind of like Ocean's 11 theme, or not theme, but like just spy type of like infiltration into it, and then just a lady just going, "I'm going to get drunk. You here to get drunk? Let's go!" And they just like that's just super fun. I love that.
Cat, that is a scene that I liked more on rewatch because I was like I knew the insane dance and everything was going to happen. So I wasn't so taken aback by it, and I got to listen to that guy's arguments that he was making like in the sophist meeting, and it was so good in my opinion because the whole like idea of sophicism or whatever in like the modern day is like making a good argument, but it's like clearly wrong is sort of basically the vibe.
Mhm.
Like sort of arguing in bad faith is something that I like to do.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
A lot of
Why
the
you
time.
like it so much.
But he's just like, well, you can't marry that guy because you love him. And then he lays out a completely on the surface reasonable argument for why marrying someone you love is this stupid idea. And it was also, but it's like so funny because it's clearly the most self-serving thing and like hypocritical because he loves her. I don't know. I agree with you, Kat. I think that's just like a great scene, and I had to watch it a few times to like really appreciate how good that scene was. And if we all ever get together, we should all get drunk and do the sophist dance. I think.
Yeah.
AX next year. I'm going. Everybody's invited. We can do it.
I gotta make money for that first.
Start
But no,
hustling.
that's a good one. Pat, you wanted to ask us about the drinks.
Yeah, which drink looked the most appealing to you guys? I mean, I'm a beer guy, so I was very much liking the look of the beer, but the rum or the brandy, the knockoff brandy, I guess it was technically.
The knockoff electric brandy.
Yeah, that looked very interesting too, but so did all of the drinks that they kept drinking, which by the way, she's a unit. This female lead could just house them.
I've read through maybe like a third to a half of the novel. I didn't have enough time to finish it in preparation for this, but she is a degenerate. She is just like the entire opening of the book, like the male protagonist opens up for a paragraph and is like, this is about her, so we're gonna switch to her as the narrator. And then she's just like, I decided that I wanted to get just absolutely blacked out. And I was going to do anything within my power to like do that. And then that's just the whole book is like her trying to figure out how to get drinks. But to answer your question, before I turn into a robot again, at the very beginning when she's describing cocktails as jewels, and they like line up all of those different cocktails and then like shine light through them like they're like gemstones. I thought those all looked great. But pretty much all of it looked good. But those were probably my favorite drinks. Just the beginning, like fancy cocktails they were showing.
I don't know if it's a specific drink, but I really like how she romanticized rum in general, where it's like she's on this beautiful boat, like getting sunbathing, like having the time of her life, and the ocean is filled with rum. And I was just like, I like that. I like that. Sometimes it just brings you, even if it's just temporary happiness. Just, I don't know. At least for me, like part of like summer is like having like a nice cocktail on a patio or something like that along those lines, or enjoying it having a beer in the sun, or for Pat having a beer on the golf course or something like that, where like alcohol does kind of have a place in memories for, different events, I guess. So it's just like, I just like how that was like romanticized, because when I think of like summer and just being happy, a lot of the times it does involve a cocktail or beer or something along those lines. So that was probably like my favorite like alcohol part of the movie. But yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the cocktails as well. I think that you're kind of wrong about the memory thing, Pete, because you haven't considered that you might be Cat. And if you're Cat, you don't get to drink. You're just the designated driver every time. Yeah. Think about Cat next time, dude.
All right, I will. That's my fault. My fault.
Oh my god. I love that we started a bit in this. Just like, this is, I think, something we will reference for
Forever.
however long this podcast lasts.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you drinking? Don't worry about it.
That better be water, Cat. That better be water.
It's flavored water. It's fine. It's flavored with alcohol.
It's a natty ice. It's essentially water.
Yeah.
Pat, what was your?
Oh my
what
God.
did you like the most out of the drinks? Yeah, well, you asked the question.
Yeah, no, I kind of led the question in with saying, "Oh, the beer looked the best to me," or the.
But people
cocktails
drank
and
beer
stuff.
out of many different like vessels and stuff.
Oh, that's fair. The Stein, then.
Okay.
That's the best way to drink a beer is out of a Stein. There's no because out of a can, it like the circulation, the airflow kind of gets in the way. Bottle's even worse for that, unless you do the tornado thing, or I guess it's a whirlpool
Was this
thing,
beer
whatever.
fest?
Well, no, it
Tilt
just makes
the
it come
boot.
out
Tilt the
quicker.
boot,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, you literally, yeah. Well, I've done those before too. Those.
Have you
are
seen the movie
fun,
Beer
but-
Fest?
Is that the one where they play beer pong
It's
and
the
do a
Super
beer
Troopers
Olympics?
guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have seen that.
Landfill's twin brother.
Yeah, he has to come in. Yeah, he dies and he gets his twin brother.
It's like it was like Balls of Fury. Do you remember that ping
Oh,
pong
God.
movie? That
Yeah, that
terrible
movie-
one? Yeah. Oh my god. It's like that same vibe.
Yeah.
Like bench warmers, that era of movies. Bring us back. Those were all fun.
God, I hope my
Benchwarmers is
children-
fucking terrible. That movie is
No,
I
it's
hope-
like a great movie. It's such a good movie.
There's one
I
good
feel like-
scene.
I feel
I
like
watched
all of
Varsity Blues
those.
today and it was peak.
Oh, such a good movie.
That's a good movie. That's the one with the whipped cream on it, right? Like the
Yeah, yeah, it
okay.
is. The
Can I-
little cream bikini.
Can I ask Pat a question real quick? You said that what's the best way to drink out of beer? What's the best way to drink Bailey's though?
Bailey's Irish Cream.
Yeah, what's the best way to drink it?
Probably mixed in an espresso martini
Ooh, the
or
correct
coffee
answer
of
is
some
out of a
kind.
shoe.
Out of a shoe,
was
yeah.
the correct
Oh
answer.
god, I've done that. I've done that.
Not an you're not a friend of old Greg, I see.
No,
Pat.
apparently not.
Yeah.
Pat
What
has
are
no
we
idea what the
referencing
fuck
here?
are you
Yeah, I'm
talking
completely
about?
lost, unfortunately.
yeah that
Also-
that would have missed Pat completely, just age wise.
Yeah, you're right. That's on me. That's on me.
I mean, I don't get the reference, but I have drunken Bailey's out of a shoe.
Okay. You're
Good for
you're
you
younger
guys.
than Pat, so you get a pass as well.
Yeah.
I'm. What is the reference though? Out of
It's
curiosity.
Old Greg is like, it's like pre YouTube viral video, like Newgrounds or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm dating,
god.
I'm
Mighty
dating
Boosh.
myself. I'm
God
carbon
damn, you
dating
guys are
myself
old
right now.
as
How old
hell.
this is. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, Bailey's is great though. I do love me some Bailey's. I actually found a knockoff. It's not knockoff because it's their own version of it, but it's an Irish cream that is maple flavored. It's really good. It's like a Boston Creamery product or something. I don't know. Classic New England bullshit. Really good stuff. But Kat, have you said what your favorite drink was yet? I don't believe so.
I have not. Specifically, I was taking a little bit of time because I am also a big beer guy, and I wanted to find the exact scene and the name of the chick that drunk the beer. My favorite one is from Ryoko Hanuki, when the first beer that she drinks, when she gets that like beer mustache, that beer stash. That is my favorite one, just because it just reminds me of the first time that I tried to pour beer and like I got like half head, half beer, and it was terrible, but it was
Yeah.
like super fun.
God, that
That's
reminds
fair.
me about how Hillary Clinton lost an entire election because she couldn't pour a beer in Wisconsin correctly.
Oh, I
She
thought it was
like-
just because she couldn't.
It was a
Never
few
I
things,
thought it was
but
the
she did
Pokemon
like
Go
a yeah.
thing.
No, it
That was
wasn't
one of
that
it, but,
either.
like,
it wasn't
there-
that either. Yeah.
There was a thing where she was in Wisconsin. She was like, the thing politicians do where they try to seem familiar. And she
Normal.
goes to pour a beer, but it's
Just
just
plain
straight
Coke.
into the bottom, like 90% head. And then it was just like, everyone in the state was like, oh, how can I trust someone if they don't know how to pour beer from a tap? And that's like
Right.
Minnesota. It's the same thing,
60%
like,
of the electorate.
it's kind of crazy that the Midwest is. I guess Gore in 2000 that was Florida, but like the Midwest has just been the deciders of the last few elections, huh? And
And Pennsylvania.
that's the Midwest to us.
It's the
but
Yeah, I was saying that's
Yeah.
not the Midwest for the Midwest.
I know it's not. It's not
I know, yeah.
actually.
We
we know
already
it's
have
not
to claim
actually, but
Ohio, and I don't want to.
It's the Big Ten,
You
though,
get Missouri
which means
too.
you also get New Jersey because of Rutgers in the Big
and you
Ten,
get
so-
California.
Yes.
And you get
Yeah.
Northern California. Well, no, you get all of California, right? Yeah. 'cause
No, it's just
Yeah,
UCLA
that's-
and
Yeah, it was
You
just
get
like
Washington
Big Ten
and Oregon
stuff.
too. because
Yeah.
oh,
apparently
that's
how
right.
this all
They're
works
all
now.
God. Fuck college football. So dumb.
Yeah.
It's not just college football too. It's
It's
women's
for college
lacrosse.
football.
Yeah, no, of course. Women's lacrosse, Rutgers has to go travel to UCLA and USC in the same season. Sometimes it's so stupid.
That's great though, because you get to leave Rutgers.
That's very true.
That's
Very
true.
We're New Jersey just catching strays as we talk about the night of short walk on.
I don't
Oh,
think
it
anyone
wasn't a
from
stray.
New Jersey, so it's fine.
I was aiming right at it.
That's fair.
I was,
Protect your neck.
Where were we?
yeah, we were talking about the drinks.
Charlie
in this. What?
What?
The net. Oh my god.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. So a few of us have talked. I guess I would like. Has everyone here seen Tatami Galaxy? Okay, so specifically Jolene hasn't. So Jolene, you can't answer this question, but you can guess. Because I guess I would like to know if people like this or Tatami Galaxy more, because I think Tatami Galaxy is like the more like lauded entry in this Senpai and Otome cinematic universe that we have. But I don't know, like I just think this is like better. I do. I think it's better for a few reasons. Like, one, I think the fast pacing of like the dialogue and stuff works better for like a movie in a setting like this, where when you have this sort of time loop thing going on, you know, it sort of seems weird to be rushing. And then two, I just think that this does the messaging in such a simpler, digestible way about making the most of your time, right? Because I think like the time loop thing is something that, you know, Groundhog's Day, like that's great, and like you learn how to, you know, take advantage of your time, but like the shining beacon of hope that is Otome in this, and how to take advantage of the short period of time you have to like enjoy, and then it's all condensed into a single night as opposed to like playing out a semester or whatever. I just love. I just think it fits the theming and everything more. I think the characters are generally more likable in this because they have less time to be dickheads. And I just think it's jam-packed with fun. Like, I love Tatami Galaxy, but I like this one better. I'm curious if people agree, if they disagree. Jolene, I'm really interested in your opinion, because you have to pick this one because you have
Yeah, you know, like just based off of everything I've seen of Tatami Galaxy, I think I'm gonna have to pick, which is nothing. I'm gonna have to pick The Night is Short, Walk on Road, just because I've seen it. Like, I would say I've seen it twice as much as I've seen of Tatami Galaxy, but that's not how multiplication works.
No, infinite more times, depending on how you
Yeah.
do the math. Either two or infinite.
Or invalid too if you divide the number of times you've seen it by the number of times that you've seen Tatami Galaxy, right? 1 over 0.
You know, and I think that like most of us can relate to the Tatami Galaxy as people who have been stuck in a time loop, except for Kat, who is often just the designated non-time loop guy.
Yeah, so
I'm always left out of it. It's just the way of it, the way of the world. God puts me
really
in the spaceship so I can keep the time loop going.
Cat's that one character from fucking Turkey that was just like, I'm not going
I don't want this to be mean, but Jolene, that was the funniest thing you've ever said.
That was really funny.
It's like, oh, people forget. No, they don't. People never forget.
No.
Super bad, I think it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was super
really
bad.
Proud of myself for knowing that. You can tell Ashley's had an effect on my movie watching life that I've seen that. But
Is Ashley a super bad fan? That's great.
Yeah, it's more a movie fan that saw that a movie that I would probably enjoy.
Okay.
He was, you know.
My mom took me and my best friend to see that when we were in like 8th grade because it was rated R, and just like the second scene being fucking Jonah Hill drawing all those dicks was so awkward.
Were you the designated driver for that trip, or were?
Yeah, even though I was like 14 or something, but
That's
I
the
had
best
to.
time. You can't drink then.
I couldn't drink, and my mom did have to drink to get through.
You can drive at that age in New England.
You can drive. Yeah, you won't get a DWI because there you go. You won't be drinking. That's all. Oh, it's so stupid. What was the point that I was gonna bring
We were
up?
talking, comparing and contrasting this with the Tatami Galaxy.
Oh yeah, God, I forgot that Tatami Galaxy shares characters with this. That's how little I remember from my time watching Tatami Galaxy, which just tells you, like, I don't know, I was so much more invested in the characters in this than I was into Tommy Galaxy. It's maybe not fair to it to be comparing it that way because we watched it like 5 years ago.
5.5 years ago.
But at the same time, like, I don't know, I still remember who Kirito and Asuna are from a show I watched 10 years ago. So they had an impact on me. And
to be fair, these characters don't have names, which does make it a little.
That definitely does make it harder. There's no question about that. Yeah, I'm like mostly shitposting, but I do think that like this is so much better of a way to watch the story or this theme, I guess, because I agree. Like the dialogue, the fast paced nature of it, condensed down into an hour and a half, while still telling a coherent story. I think that this movie is so cleverly like paced and put together. Like each piece fits into the spot that it's supposed to fit into. Versus I really hardly remembered Tommy Galaxy, but I do remember being bored to death.
You did give it an 8.
Yeah, because I felt guilty giving a good show a bad rating because I didn't like it. You know, it's kind of like it didn't offend me, if I remember correctly, either. It was just boring to me. Too avant-garde.
That sounds about right. I mean, again, it was almost 6 years ago because we're old as all hell.
For me though, the Tatami Galaxy is like if you went to like a really fancy restaurant and they like plated really nicely and it's like Peruvian greens and like these nuts that came from like a squirrel in like a remote village in Argentina or something like that. And then the Night Short Walk-On Girl is like a bacon cheeseburger from your local bar. Like they're both good in their own way. It's just like how it's jump, Miles, you little bitch. Like
it's nuts. The squirrel's nuts.
I don't know, man.
Squirrel's nuts.
You know how like sometimes they have those like fancy restaurants where it's like
I know. It was just
like the menu, like what they list for your plate is more words than what's the food that's on your actual plate. Like, and sometimes that's really good, and it's like it's fancy for like a reason, like it's artistic. Plating is an art and stuff like that. That's what the Tatami Galaxy. The Night Short Walk-On Girl is like the style of that, but like in a way that you can consume it way easier and that you're comfortable with. It's a bacon cheese. There we go. What I'm trying to say is the Night Short Walk-On Girl is a bacon cheeseburger.
The problem with that analogy is that implies they're both really good, but only one of them is really good for me. So that's why the analogy isn't working in my head.
You know what I'm trying to say, though.
I know. I get the vibes.
Now I want a bacon cheeseburger.
I do too. Oh my god, I'm hungry.
I had a bacon cheeseburger today.
Oh my god. I used to go to Zips and get like triple bacon cheeseburgers when I was I was in great shape. Had all the time in the world, baby. It was great.
It was.
But bacon cheeseburgers are amazing after a night out drinking. Kat, which of the two was your favorite?
It's gotta be Night of Short, just because. So
I feel so validated.
Yeah. I'm going to piggyback off of Pete's whole spiel about bacon cheeseburger versus like the 8-course restaurant. Here's the thing. 8-course restaurant is like fucking $300-$400 when you go in, because like it's 8 courses. You're paying for each courses. You're paying for all the drinks. The pub, Sprite's free. Bacon cheeseburger is big enough to fill you up. And fries, just good ass beer battered fries.
You know how like a big theme of this movie is like you never know what you're gonna get when you like.
The question wasn't what's your last meal, Kat.
I think Kat prefers that meal though, but. We also never know what we're going to get when Kat says, here's the thing. It could be anything.
It's not usually one thing either. It's usually multiple things.
It's usually like 7 things. It's like, here's the thing. Pete's getting nervous. He's like, am I going to have to cut this from the podcast? I immediately go like Demon Miles. I'm just so excited to hear what it is, right? Like I instantly get this grin on my face. Oh my gosh. I think it's lovely.
Maybe that's why
Anyway.
Washing Machine Blues sort of mixes the two together, where it's the Tommy Galaxy, but it's only 6 episodes this time. So maybe they learned their lesson.
I mean,
Oh.
look, I'll nominate it after the next thing I'm nominating.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, burger good.
Okay, so we all agree that the Night Short Walk On Girl is a bacon cheeseburger.
Yes.
I think all of us agree with that. Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
We all like bacon cheeseburgers, right? right.
Yes.
All right, cool.
But it's like, how many forks is it, Pete? Because I think it's a good ratio.
I can't give that away right now because I will give
Okay.
away my rating for what I gave.
That's
the show.
true. Okay, that's true. But I think it's like old Five Guys ratio is what I would say, not like modern too expensive Five Guys ratio.
God, that's the thing. Five Guys is still good. It's just
It's good, but the fork rating has to have gone down.
100%. Prices. I will always say, Little Caesars is a 5-fork meal because of how much a pizza costs. It doesn't have to be good, but the amount of food you get for how much money you're spending, incredible value.
Also, fun fact: the owner of Little Caesars actually got and paid for
Rosa Parks.
an apartment for Rosa Parks for the rest of her life.
Oh God. Okay, that is neat.
You're
I did not know
thinking
that.
path, right?
When you were saying bought and paid for, and then Pete said Rosa Parks, I was like, what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah, whoa, actually.
I was like, am I mixing up Rosa Parks
Yo,
with
speaking of
someone
cutting
else?
content for the podcast, yo, Trent, cut that out. That is not what I meant.
She's been dead for years now, hasn't she? Or is she
She's
still
been-
alive?
She died in 2009.
Okay, that's why I was like, okay, what's the context of? Never mind. All right, I
Little
shouldn't
Caesars is the
have questioned
context.
why we. Okay,
2005, but close.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
At
that,
the
he
age
hasn't
of
been dead for
92.
she stays alive in all of our hearts.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And in all of our $5 pizzas.
I always leave a seat next to myself on the bus for her. Like a terrible thing
Christ,
to
okay.
say,
Let's
like-
move on.
No,
Goodbye,
no.
Pat.
Okay, well,
The joke being man spread, whatever. All right, my bad.
Pat doesn't use
I thought
public
that was
transit. It's a
funny.
joke.
Oh, I totally did. Not anymore. I definitely don't anymore. There's none of it available for me. But yeah, good lord.
Oh my god.
I want to talk about what something I like about this, if you all don't mind, which is I kind of really love the romance in this. Is like sort of, so Pete and I always debate about what matters in a romance, right? Pete wants that boring after the chase, not very good sort of stuff, right? Like that's his bread and butter.
I want concrete.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Moderator says no rebuttal here. So
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, Pete, please wait your turn, Pete.
I'll server mute myself.
But I like, the exciting part of romance, which is like the chase and everything, and like that this movie is the chase for like a lot of it, right, where he's going through all of these crazy scenarios. And I also think trying to get a copy of like her rare favorite children's book is like the most romantic thing in the world, like at least in my opinion. I don't know why, I just love that. I'm like, what a great gesture. I think that is wonderful. What a good way to like try to confess or whatever. And like the amount of trouble he goes through that is fun. And it's like, despite these characters not really interacting with each other a lot through most of the movie until like the play a little bit and then the end, I was rooting for him. So I don't know what people's opinions were on like that aspect of it, but I loved it. Pete, what do you think, since this was
I know what. What do I know?
don't make me say it again.
Okay. I thought the romance in this movie was like you said, it's super cute and fun. It has like a college vibe of like at the end of the night, you're always trying to get to like the girl. I feel like like, oh, 1 a.m. comes around, you up text type of thing, but like this is a much more romantic version of you up. I would say.
You up is what happens in like the bad ending of this movie when he can't find her and he just like scrolls through. It's just like
yeah, hits her up on like DMs her on Instagram. You up?
You up?
Yeah. No, this was cute. It was fun. I like the chase. I kind of like the idea of like it's like they're always like passing by on like the opposite street or something like that, where like they're in close proximity of each other, but like they never seem to like cross streams
Two ships
until
passing in the night.
exactly, until like you have to like go, like he has to do like a rope thing to get to her to do the play and everything like that, like the obstacles that it takes to get to love type of the jokes. But like I think it just matched with the vibe of like the night when you're that age, where it's chaotic, it's unscheduled, anything can happen, but at the end of the night, like you're trying to get to, you're trying to get a kiss, you're trying to get whatever, a date or something like that. Like, and that's what it felt like. So I just thought like how it flowed with like the beginning, like how, because like it didn't start as like a romance, but like sort of how it flowed into it, I just thought was really well done. It just matched the tone of the show.
Great. And Jolene.
Yeah, we can talk all about the weird sort of heteronormative relationship that the main two have, where they're probably going to date for like 4 months, and then he's going to say some off the wall shit that he learned in college because he's hanging around with a bunch of dudes in college and is easily influenced, as we see throughout the entire film. Let's talk about the real romance here. Let's talk about Dawn Underwear and the
Director.
council president. Yeah, exactly. Not the director. No. Because, like, hold on. Because Don Poncho wanted to bang this. By the way, I explained to you guys what Fish was. The president is Fish. She passes so well. He couldn't even tell. I thought that was, and you know what? He found out that like underneath all that his love was secretly like a man, and he didn't give a shit. He was like, "Fuck it, dude, whatever." Like that's romance to me. Maybe I'm biased though.
No,
I
I
like
think
that bit a lot.
that is.
And then they ruined it all with the fish, and it was literally getting hit with fish, which is crazy. There's layers to this.
That was foreshadowed too, which is something I didn't know. So much of this movie is incredibly foreshadowed, and I didn't realize.
He mentions it like right at the start that he like they mention it right at the start that he likes to cross dress to go lead men down paths that are hopeless.
That's such a fucking funny thing I didn't notice.
There were so many things like that, like the pervy guy being the deadbeat father of like the bride, and the old sophist being the father of like the groom and stuff. There were just all of these connections in this I didn't realize my first time watching this, which I thought was great. And that's not really romance, but it sort of is, if you squint. I do agree. I thought that scene was, I don't know, that whole scene with all of that is so fun, where they're both just like, fuck it, we'll commit. Like, we're here.
They know how to commit to a bit, and I appreciate that about them.
That whole performance too, the theatrical stuff, like the songs were actually pretty solid too, and that I guess that could transition us to our next topic, or another topic of the music in the show. I think is something that really it drives the same melody playing every time it cuts to the female lead walking. Like there's so many moments where I was sitting there and I was like just nodding my head to the beat, or like knowing what I was watching because of the sound and the music that was being played, or what I was supposed to be feeling because of that. I really enjoyed I noticed the soundtrack in this more than I do in normal shows, I guess is my point. Probably for good reason.
Yeah, Pete and Jolene and Kat, I'm curious what you think about the soundtrack, because Pat and I are the worst at that. So
I can go first. Just have a short thing to say this time. This is what musicals should be, in my opinion. Very like I'm just not a musical guy personally, so like being able to listen to music, have it drive something, and then like let the characters kind of have that personal connection with the audience. That's what I prefer. I'm just not a huge musical fan personally.
Kat,
so
can I give you a musical episode of a show suggestion that you might like giving that description?
Sure.
Okay, if you go to season 4, episode 18 of Futurama, The Devil's Hands Are Idle Playthings, it is a fucking banger musical episode of Futurama that I think you would enjoy based on that description.
I think I have seen it.
It's amazing. It is pure art. Pete and Jolene, any thoughts on the sound design, the music in general?
Yeah, the music in this was really solid. I until now I actually hadn't looked up who was behind the music for this, but it's Michiru Ushima who actually recently did the music for Anne Shirley, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Also did Pete's favorite show or movie? Yeah, movie, My Sister Momoko.
Oh,
So
bang.
Oh, that's a real one.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to say something Pete hated based on the way you said that. I was going to be
Oh.
like,
yeah, no.
The band too, Asian Kung Fu Generation, isn't that? Didn't they do a couple Naruto OPs or things like that? Like,
Oh
or am I
yeah,
mixing
they're
them up?
massive.
They're
Yeah,
big,
they did
right?
the OP for like Erased and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely recognize. Oh yeah, Riri right there. Yep.
So
So I recognize them for a reason.
I'll
But Pete, go ahead,
piggyback
sorry.
off Cat. I think all musicals should actually be the Cast System episode from Space Dandy season 2. That is the best musical episode of anime of all time. That episode is just insane. I'm not even really playing devil's advocate. I didn't notice the soundtrack in this at all. I thought that for sound production wise, I thought the voice acting blew the OST out of the water. Like I was so entranced by the voice actors and voice actresses in this movie that I thought their tone and their voice set the scenes better than the music. So I did not pick up on the OST. I didn't have any one specific scene where I thought the soundtrack like made it better. I thought that in terms of sound direction or whatever, it's the voice actress and the dialogue that carried the tone more than the music, for me at least.
for me, I'll say quickly, because I don't always notice this, but I thought the sound design when they were like drinking was really good.
So good.
Yeah, like the glugs and blubs
yep.
and like, and everyone sort of had their own unique noises, like depending on how they were drinking. So I think they put effort there where they needed to. I don't know. It was good. I love this movie so much. I could watch it a billion times.
Watch the dub.
I will. Maybe I'll try to make Kayla watch it again, but with the dub.
She's like, Miles, please, not tonight.
Oh my god. If my wife ever calls me Miles, I don't know how I would react to that. It would be
that's your name though.
Yeah, I understand, but she calls me.
Oh shit. Oh! Hey yo!
Go see a big pie.
So yeah, the player. I see my wife tonight that could be having my baby.
In 9 days.
9 days? Ooh. Oh shit, you're not gonna be on the next episode.
No.
Oh, should I start looking for a replacement? All right, sounds good. Good to know. Preston. Guess what you're doing next Monday, bro?
Oh goodness. Okay. Does anybody else have talking points before we get to the Eagle question of the week?
I guess I have a quick one. I guess since we got to relate to us as well. So do you guys have any night outs that you would think would resonate or that could be your version of the Night is Short walk on boy or something, or walk on girls? I don't know. Do you have any stories that you think that would qualify?
Have I told the Kelly Olynyk story on the pod
on
before?
The pod.
Okay. That's probably my best example of at least like a little subplot that could fit into a movie like this. But I was at my friend Ellery's birthday party and she was dating Kelly at the time, Kelly Olynyk, who was then a player on the Celtics, and the party was sort
you
of
know who Kelly Olynyk is.
okay. He plays basketball,
Professional
he's
basketball.
professional basketball. He's Canadian. He went to the same college as me, and so he was back to hang out with his girlfriend for her birthday, and I was at their house, and he started kicking people out, and then he looked at me and he goes, "Yo, Frodo, are you going out with us tonight?" And, normally I'd be a little insulted, but he is 7 foot, whatever. So, I do look like a hobbit to him, and I do have the curly hair. So I was just like, yes, Kelly Olynyk, of course. And then he goes, okay, well, if you want to go out with us, you have to drink this first. And he hands me a fifth of Grey Goose that was like half full. And so I was like, okay. And I chugged the fifth of the half of the fifth of Grey Goose. And then he goes, damn, Frodo, you're a beast. And then I got to go out and hang out with Kelly and go to a whole bunch of bars and stuff. And that was really cool. And I was gone after that because I could not have handled half of Grey Goose at any point in my life in a 10-second period. But I just chugged it because I don't know. My favorite basketball player of all time was right in front of me. So.
Favorite of all time is up there. Wow. I can go next. My story, I literally used to just walk home drunk, when because public transit would always be closed when I was in college by the time I'd be going home from parties or whatever. And I don't have one specific story, but I think you could take a bunch of the little small things that happened on various walks home and turn it into an anthology movie, almost like a Mononoke of the night is short, walk on girl. I don't know.
Pat edition.
Pat edition. Yeah, we'll call it that. I've still, wandered through Harvard Yard, Park Macan, Harvard Yard, all that stuff. A lot of just silly shenanigans. One time, one of my friends ran away, but he was doing it on purpose. He was drunk, but he was also sending us pictures, almost like a scavenger hunt. Being oh, do you recognize this sign? And we were all just so pissed. We were in the north end of Boston trying to walk back to Somerville, and it's like, dude, please, just where are you? We don't want to leave you out in the north end of Boston at 1 a.m. Those big wire spools too that'll have telephone wires on them. Yeah. The giant ones. They almost look like string spools. I guess it is literally just a spool. Duh, Patrick. That's anyways, I found one of them in a parking lot, and it was a 10-foot tall one. And I was like, I wonder if I pushed it, if I could roll it. And I rolled it. It rolled a little further than I meant for it to. And I certainly was like, thank God that didn't just roll into oncoming traffic, the highway that I was right next to. So yeah, just a lot of little silly shenanigans. But the one night thing, the one specific night out, I can't really relate to. All my nights kind of blended together into very similar things with smaller stuff going on. Kat, what about you? How's your DD?
Well, yeah. What was your favorite drive home?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't always a designated driver, but
the truth comes out.
Oh God, which one was it? Oh shit. So, all right. It was 2019. GalaxyCon. Was hanging out with people that I had just met at GalaxyCon. We go out into the hotel that is rented out by the convention. And then we meet up with two voice actors from, I want to say it's
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but I think it was Red versus Blue or something from Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth, okay.
Yeah. And we end up, and it basically is me and 12 other people. We go bar hopping throughout Raleigh. And I just remember By the way, at this point, I'm 19.
I was about to say, you said 2019, and my brain was like, wait a minute, I was 21 then, and you're younger than me, according to earlier this episode. So, like, how does what's the math?
Illegally drink, Cat?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I can't believe you do that.
I can't believe that I do that?
Anybody would. I can't believe anyone would ever do that. You know, it's a terrible mistake.
Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. But yeah, no, it was hilarious because we ended up stumbling into a dive bar in the middle of Raleigh that ended up having a bunch of like random streamers like Street Fighter streamers and stuff, and they were just all doing karaoke, and they tried to push me up there, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. They're like, "Oh, you sound like a streamer, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm half drunk, not even old enough to be here." Yeah. End of the story. I ended up having to get carried back to the hotel.
Sounds like our karaoke night in New York City. Do you remember that one, Pete? When Kat and I started singing "Viva La Vida," and I was following Kat's lead, and we came into queue like 40, maybe 8 measures too early, so we were off beat with the song. We were on beat with the beat, but
I also remember that night where everybody got to go out, and then for some reason the bouncer took Brian's ID and didn't give it back to him, and then I had to go home with Brian. Well, everybody got to go out. I was so pissed.
That was so. I can't believe you took it.
Me and Burley walked back with you.
No, that night, that was a different night.
On the same trip, but
same trip,
different night.
Same trip, different night.
That I can't believe that the bouncer did that, and also like I wouldn't have left. I would have been like, no, I'm calling the cops. I'm taking my ID back. Like, you can't confiscate my ID.
Yeah, we got it back, but that was wild. Yeah,
it's a crazy thing. Like, what kind of ego in New York City too?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, man?
I mean,
you're not it's not a college town, you know? Like, come on. Ah, that was so dumb. Poor Brian.
Joey, did you have a story?
Nah, yes, but I would, yeah,
Yes,
no, I don't. Yeah, no, I think that it's an off the pod story.
I got
And SFP and not safe for
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, I don't want to. I got warrants. I can't incriminate myself.
True. If you guys want to hear a story, tier 2 sub on YouTube, you will get access to that. I promise.
Yeah, it's a short on the Patreon.
Yeah, there you go. It's behind our. It's on our fucking OnlyFans. Yeah, there we go.
I think I'm like you, Pat. Though I think I would have like a lot of like short stories. Like, I've had stories where like I've woken up in, like, especially college, like I've woken up in someone's backyard, didn't know whose backyard I was in. I'm sure that would be like a fun short story. But I don't know if I had like, I guess maybe like if it did like an era of when I was patient zero, that could be a movie. That was fucking insane. Like, that was an insane time that I hope will never happen to me again. But for a week,
I can't believe that's going to happen to you at least twice more,
dude. Like, what? Can you imagine if I was? Can you imagine if I was Taco Bell diarrhea guy, patient zero or something? Like,
oh my god.
That's low key. That's like low key worse, dude. Like, I understand that like COVID was like a bigger deal, but like, at least you weren't diarrhea guy.
Right. You were just the dude who was on fucking Fox, or what was it? NBC.
I was not on Fox.
I was gonna say not on Fox.
No. If you were on Fox, I would we would have some words.
That's the
Cat. We're also we're with you, me, and Pete. We're national heroes. We spread the safer version of COVID across the country. You know, I've spread it to the Northeast. Pete brought it back to the Midwest, and you brought it to the Mid-Atlantic, South. Yeah, you're not Mid-Atlantic. You're South. Sorry, that was insulting to you. I'm sorry. But yeah, we did our part, saving so many lives. You know, spreading Omicron. Shout us out. You know,
doing all the things that the president wouldn't do.
spreading Omicron.
I hope the president
He actually
stops
was.
doing that.
He also the president was Biden by that point, by the way. Too.
No, I think that was Trump,
Like,
wasn't it? That was Trump.
2020,
Trump
2021
won.
That was still Trump.
That was Trump.
Trump
won.
For the
2020.
last, yeah.
For Omicron,
No, it would have been.
was
It was
2021.
2021.
Oh, it was
yeah.
2021. Yeah.
Yeah, it was because that's when
Okay.
Coop was born. Because Kayla was like, "I'm 8 months pregnant. You can't go to this con
That's
thing,"
true.
and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
Whatever.
And she's like,
woman.
"There's a pandemic going on." And then like you had that whole thing. Yeah, it could have been me, but my wife saved me. So
we were
shout
trying
out Kayla.
so hard to get you the comment at the end of it.
I
It's
know.
like, the end of the day, you learned your lesson. Listen to your wife. She's probably right.
Yeah. In my case,
Oh
that
my
was
god, my nurse wife was very smart about the public health thing. Who knew?
Who knew?
Okay.
All right, champion.
Not me. There we go. Champ Eagle, question of the day. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Go ahead.
Oh, do you have one? You can pick if you want.
No, I was just gonna make something up and make a bad joke, but no, we're running out of time. So you
Yeah, it's okay.
carry along.
It's been fun though.
It has.
So I like the Pete, or not Pete, Pat. You had mentioned this, but I think that we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the visual art style of this a little bit. So Champ asks, how does the film's unique visual style support its storytelling? Anyone have initial thoughts on that?
Ooh, I do, for the drinking, especially for the drinking, because it
Okay.
is such. Anime always does drunk like two ways. Like it's always like you're at zero, and then you have one beer, and then you're immediately like, oh my god, I'm so drunk. Oh my god, I had one sip of alcohol. I don't know what's going on. Like that's how like anime always portrays alcohol. And then this, it was like they portrayed it as like fun. Like you see the girl, like she drinks like, I don't know. I'm gonna paraphrase 1,000 mixed drinks, and like she's like she's not like that. Like yeah, she's vibing and having fun, but like I very rarely do we see like a visual element of like having fun with drinking in a sense that like you're not just getting hammered. Like the goal is to get hammered, but like it creates the animation of drinking in this movie created the atmosphere for the vibe it was setting. So I really like how the art portrayed just, especially, and they did it for food too, where like food tastes so good, like this hot pot thing they're eating is the size of like a boar's leg. Like it's comedical, but like sometimes when something tastes so good, you wish it was the size of a boar's leg or something along those lines. And the alcohol does it the same way, where like, they're taking huge gulps of whatever bourbon, and it's like their chins are now the size of a school bus, and then their stomachs are the size of Santa Claus, and it's like a fun visual representation of them slowly entering the night. So I was a big fan of how they emphasized the alcohol and the eating with this visual storytelling.
Yeah, I liked the transitions from scenes too, because they kind of made it feel like it was almost one continuous take at times, where it would be showing the two leads and their shenanigans, their side quests going on like side by side, sometimes literally and other times not. I thought that they did a really good job with that, and the art style and I guess just the vibe of it was very conducive, as you said, Pete, to the storytelling, I think, and it made it more fun for me than the first like 10-15 minutes. I really was like, oh man, I don't really love how this looks. It's kind of weird looking, it's kind of goofy, but then yeah, like that dance comes around in the club and it's
So
like,
good.
oh, okay, I see what's going on here. And then suddenly the vibes are the vibes are very different from that moment going forward with the art. And also like, oh yeah, there's like the hot pot, like you said, the food and the alcohol, the hot pot that they're eating, it's like comically large, but then they kind of play into that, like being, oh, it's like there's a literal god of use the books in this story, by the way, too. Like there's all this stuff happening that doesn't make a lot of sense. So it kind of goes along with the sloppy, trippy motif that they have.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think it's just like, because the story is sort of fantastical, the people are inebriated. It just feels like how you would play back a night like that in your head more than you would like experience it, because you're buzzed, and everything's going on. And I don't know, Pete, if you agree with this, but like when I watch this again, this is the first time I've watched this since I've been to Japan, and like it looks like Japan, and like even though it's all like fantastical like that, like
for sure.
the streets and everything just like give that vibe so much.
Yeah. Like the
which I
street
thought
alley
was
bars, it definitely has that
exactly,
vibe,
and
yeah.
all of that, like all the izakayas and stuff are
yep.
just, yeah.
It's Kyoto, right? I think they mentioned it's supposed to be.
Yes, it's in Kyoto.
Yeah,
Pat or
another reason to
Jolene,
go.
Did you guys have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, because they go to Kyoto University, I believe.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the visual art style of it, especially with the sort of like, I guess, cutaway kind of like whenever they're describing who's looking for like Rihaku and they're talking about like, I hear that he's like 30 feet tall and is like, can summon tornadoes and that sort of thing. And they're showing that, or like the beginning when the senpai is talking about like all the times that he's like forced her to run into him and whatnot, and it's very like stylized where they're silhouettes, that sort of thing. I liked that a lot. It reminded me a bit of like the Emperor's New Groove when Yzma is talking about her plan of like turning Cusco into a cockroach and putting him in a box and putting that in another box and then smashing it. Reminded me of that a lot, and I mean that shit's goated, so you know this is also pretty goated.
Because it's poison.
All right. I think we have run out of time. I really enjoyed, like Miles said earlier, it's been a fun conversation, but we are running out of time. So let's get to our closing thoughts and final scores. Miles, why don't you kick us off with your 10 out of 10, I assume, correct?
7. No, it's a 10.
You had me for a
Massively
split second
crafted,
there.
7 out of 10.
Yeah. No, I love this movie. You know, I'd give it a 10. I just it makes me so happy. I think that it's like, I think a lot of people will watch this and think it's like not as like quote unquote deep as like Atomic Galaxy, but I really think it is. I think it's just as layered. I just think, you know, the tone is happier, and that makes people sort of not necessarily write it off, but not look into it as much as you can. But I think there's a lot there. And I love the art style. I love the music. I love the whole vibe of it. It just is so pleasant, you know. Every night, you know, that I used to go out in college or whatever wasn't like this. But it was sort of what you were chasing, right? Like a night like this, like the idea of this, you know, perfect night with all of these neat things happening and all of that. And you would get it sometimes. And when it did, it felt amazing, and you remember it, you know, all these years later. So 10 out of 10 would watch again.
I might have to watch it again too.
There's a dub.
There's a dub.
You
Yes,
know there's a dub?
I did it.
Oh my god.
It's, feeling deja vu. But there we go. Yeah. All right, Kat, what about you?
Yeah, this was a very, very fun watch for me. It's running your own business and trying to, you know, settle down from a big move and doing a whole bunch of stuff is a lot, and being able to like sit down and watch something like this it's a treat. So I really, really enjoyed it. It was very refreshing. I didn't take that much time, which is also a good thing. It is a movie. So, anyway, I am going to give this a 9 out of 10. I very much enjoyed it. I don't really have anything to complain about it. It's just, it's not necessarily a thing I would necessarily give a 10 out of 10. Like
That's perfectly fine.
But yeah.
That's
But
State your reason.
No.
If you don't think of a reason,
No.
we'll force you to eat spicy tofu.
Yeah, there we go.
I've done that before.
Me too.
I'm black. I can handle spice.
Honestly, let me tell you something. They don't have spicy food in Japan. I looked everywhere for it. We've literally murdered Pete twice this episode.
Accidentally killed Pete.
I've had it too. I'm black.
You know what they say? Black people be loving tofu.
Wait, Kat,
Uh,
this is news to me.
Yeah, you guys-
Wait, you're
oh my god, Kat. Oh, I can't breathe.
The pod is short. Talk on, cat.
Oh my god.
God, I had no idea Cat likes tofu. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna use that anytime. Be like, you know what, Pete? Blah blah blah. I'll be like, you know what, Miles? I'm black. Oh my god,
man.
Cat. Oh. Oh.
my ribs hurt.
It's like,
Um,
what the fuck just happened?
Okay.
Let's drive the ship.
What
Let's drive
what
the ship.
people eat
Where you
tofu
score
like
this?
this?
Yeah. Aline, no, please. I can't. No. Oh my god. He's talking about the spice, by the way. That's what, right? Like that's what you were referring
Yeah,
to. when
yeah.
you said,
Yes,
"Oh, I'm
yes,
black,
it
so
was
I like
the-
spicy food. Okay, I thought I was going crazy there for a split second. I'm
Yeah.
like, no. As if, yeah, okay. Pete, Mr. Raisins in
Jolene
your
go
potato
first? I
salad.
need a
Yeah,
second.
I already
Yeah.
Jolene, what would you score this? So Pete can
Jolene.
recover.
Closing thoughts and
Hopefully-
final score.
Hopefully Jolene doesn't state something she is in the middle of this or people
think
fucking
that-
die.
You know, we were also asked, is the night really short and does she walk on? And I would argue that the night was not short. It actually seemed like it was quite long.
Yeah.
And I don't really think she also, like, she did walk on, but at the end, she was sitting down. And that's the opposite of walking on.
Oh no.
So, like, realistically, I'm going to have to dock a point from this.
100%.
I gave this a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. So I'm giving it this an 8 out of 10, even though I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Yuasa, but it's like my third, I would say, out of the ones I've watched. So still pretty solid.
You gave it 4 forks out of 5 or whatever, something like that. on the
Jolene, how
fork
did
scale.
you
Yeah,
outcat me?
No.
With
Nobody
that?
outcats Cat. Nobody.
I can't do that.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Kat, if you took all the days I forgot my Adderall and you added them the fucking together, I could not outcat you. It would be impossible.
I'm black.
Yes.
Pete, are you composed? Are you
I'm composed and maybe some bad news. I'm not black though.
Okay.
My review. Okay, so throughout Yuasa, I love all of it. I don't even know if there's a Yuasa that I don't like, to be honest. Like this bacon cheeseburger of a movie was just incredible. Like it was so fun. It was one of those films where it's like, oh, I bet I have like 45 minutes left, and I check and I'm like, oh, I have 10 minutes left. I'm like, damn it. It's like I want more. Like it was so fun. I think that you could probably add like another side, like a quick side story to this if you wanted to add more content, but I'm happy with like the 90-minute runtime. It got through what it needed to do. Much more fun than something like Tatami Galaxy, which we talked in ad nauseum. Shout out to like the underwear guy who like refuses to change his underwear, but at the same time is very courteous to everybody else. Like he wouldn't put his feet underneath the kotatsu because he thought it might make it smell worse. I'm like, he's a gentleman and not a gentleman at the same time. It's like stupid fun like that. Like throughout, like, I don't know, college was just like stupid fun. Like that's what it was. This is what this movie resonated with me. It's about, like I know she sort of like jumps into like the night with like meeting people like randomly. That can happen. Like sometimes you just meet people and you just do shit. That happened to me in Japan. I met 2 dudes from Norway and I went out until 5 a.m. with them. Like you just gotta go out and do shit. Like that is I don't know if that's like the core focal point of it, but like go have fun. Just go do something and who knows where the night will lead you. So if you're a fan of us and you like us, you should come to AX next year because I'm trying to get everybody to LA for AX next year because it's gonna be a fucking blast. But this movie's great, loved it. Animation, voice acting, story beats, it was all there. But kind of like Kat, I can't give it a 10 for reasons unknown. I'm gonna give it's a really high 9. 9 out of 10.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Math is currently easy, Pat. Don't fuck it up.
He's gonna fuck it up.
I know. I'm sorry to say I do have to fuck it up.
No.
I know making math easy is not easy for me, apparently.
There's only I'm assuming you're not giving this a 7, so there's only 3 numbers it can be. So I think we have it pretty easy regardless.
Oh yeah, it's a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I love this. Yeah. No, this is. Yeah. Thank you. I was gonna try to like play the bit on, but I'm like I'm tired and hungry, so I can't. I somewhere between a 9 and 10. I think similar to UP, where I'm like this is would be a really high 9 or it's a 10, and it's like. Well, I sit there, I'm like, other than like not loving the art or the first 10 minutes, like what did I not like about this story? I think there's nothing that I can say. I really think it did a great job of telling its story, of having a message and themes and motifs that resonate with me and my experiences and my thoughts on basically life pretty well. Yeah, I can't wait to do more reading about it too. This is like probably it has to be my favorite Yuasa, or I don't know. I really like Stars on My, but I don't think that's not Yuasa.
Is it?
It's no, it's the other one who's like very avant-garde.
What'd you give Ping
the other
Pong?
director. 9, I think. I think Ping Pong's a 9. So let me double check.
Pat definitely
that.
liked this more than Ping Pong. This is the first time we've done a Yuasa, and he hasn't been like, "This was really good," but
Yeah.
like, and then he was
Inuo
just like,
was really good too. I
"This
really
is
like
really
Inuo.
good." Yeah, you did. I can tell you what you gave it.
I think I gave Inuo an 8, and I gave Ping Pong probably an 8 as well, if I had to guess.
You gave
9, a 9.
That's what you originally
There we
thought,
go.
I think.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Ping Pong was cool. This director, pretty solid. Don't know what he was doing with Devilman Crybaby though, but
He
we
was
won't get
killing
into
it.
that
That's
again.
what he was doing.
He was killing my will to live and talk about it. That's for sure.
Boo this man in the comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
They've got this and that though. Isn't that kind of crazy? That's some range.
It is pretty crazy that the range on it was that. Did he make this movie, or did he write the novel and make?
Just
He did not write
director.
the novel. No, he's just
got
the
it. So
director.
there we go. That's all that is. He's good at translating things to pages versus his original work, like Devilman Crybaby.
He didn't write
That's not his original work.
I know. Sorry.
He's
I was
just
try- I
the
was trying to go
director.
somewhere.
He is just the director.
Devilman's like 60 years old. Pat.
Yeah, I started saying that sentence to like own him. Own the guy who's a very successful and critically acclaimed director on our critically acclaimed podcast.
It's not the 1600s, man.
And it's I was
Everyone
like,
in
wait a minute.
Asia loves you, awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, my 10 out of 10 brings the final score up to a 9.2 out of 10.
Oh, did you
so
actually give it a
another-
10?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
hell
did.
yeah.
No, I loved it. Yeah. No, I
Fuck
loved it.
yeah.
You see my
again, I was like-
celebration, Pete? I wouldn't have done that for a fake 10.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch it again dubbed with Ashley, like, and just pay more attention to like the backgrounds and stuff, because I feel like I had to, like you said, Miles. There's like got to be stuff going on in the background that like foreshadows or hints at what's going on. I think, the vibes of this were so much higher for me than any other show that this director has done, and I liked that a lot. Good vibes, good message. Everything's great. Night is short, but keep walking, baby. There we go.
Mhm.
But yeah, so again, 9.2 out of 10. The Mal average is an 8.18, which I was surprised by. That feels very low. Feels strangely low for what we all just said about it. Like this feels like a show that would do really well on Mal too, because it's that director. Or like, is anyone else kind of surprised or not?
Well,
really?
he always has people who like, there are people who always just bounce off like the art style and stuff. And then you have that this came out after Tatami and was like different. So I think you have some stuff there. To me, the score sort of is about where I would expect, knowing like, I don't know, the quote unquote Mal meta. If that makes sense.
I guess this just feels like an 8.7 to me or something on Mal.
Oh,
I mean, like a high, like something that would be like in the same way that like, what's it called? What's the two core? The lion. March comes in like a lion. Season 2 is just like, March comes in like a lion is like season 2 is like the 10th rated show on Mal, or it was for a while at the very least, and it's just like it's like an 8.8 for some reason out of nowhere. Not that we've seen it already. I don't know. My point being that it's
Out
like
of
it feels
nowhere,
like
as if it's not good.
maybe. I don't know. You should join our Secret Santa and listen to people talk about it and see what your thoughts are there. But yes, don't listen to our Secret Santa. It doesn't exist.
It's like
Don't
it's
look
not
for it.
recorded.
It's not
Keep
recorded.
looking.
It doesn't exist.
Listen to
Keep
all
looking.
of our episodes until you stumble on it.
Yes. But let's move along. I'm hungry again. Still hungry, by the way, without eating anything. Isn't that funny how that works? That's our watch club for Nice Short Walk On Girl. Miles, what are we watching 2 weeks from now? Oh, and by the way, shout out. This was the show. Nice Short Walk On Girl was really a Miles show, but it won because of our viewer choice voting. Thank you again to our viewers, and the person who nominated Wiv, I believe, or Wyvern. Duh, it's Wyvern. Why would it be Wiv? So shout them out for nominating it and winning, I guess, our viewer choice voting for this movie, especially for me. I loved it. So there we go. Miles, what are we watching 2 weeks from now?
Yeah. In dead last, we have Uma Musume season 3.
Why'd you have to say that?
Wow.
Why did you say it like that?
In last place is Uma Musume season 3.
Damn.
Miles, you're kind of beating a dead horse here.
Sorry. Sorry. Let me start over. In last place, we had Uma Musume season 3. Above that, higher, more revered by our community. In third place, we had interspecies reviewers.
As it should be.
How many times did Uma Musume
That's
won?
so much more mean
No, it's not.
than in Dead Last.
No, it's not. It's not at all, actually.
Ahead of Uma Musume season 3 by a large amount is 86 part 2. Just an absolute thrashing.
You see me being nice about 86? I'm not saying nothing.
And in first place, after a long fought battle,
Yeah, Pat won.
that hilariously I will have to miss, is My Happy Marriage.
Woo!
You already have one kid, Miles. Like, come on, man. Like
that's the hard part, Pat.
You can skip this one. It's okay.
You can skip this one. Cooper could take this one, right? Yeah, like,
Oh my god.
Okay, Coop, get ready to learn responsibility, buddy. Today he was on top of the couch trying to jump off, saying, "Dad, look at my double jump." Trying to double jump like he's a trans woman. Because and it didn't go so well. I caught him, but it was, oh my god, the kid just jumped off no fear. And I have so much fear. So
You guys mom's genes on that one.
oh my god. Yeah,
we
she
are
jumped out of a
watching.
plane, so
And dated
oh
you.
my gosh. Yeah, that's the real scary thing.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, My Happy Marriage
That's
finally
exactly.
wins. Pretty exciting.
Congrats,
Pretty
Pat.
exciting. Thank you, Pat.
It's gonna be so funny if you're like, yeah, this is a 6 out of 10.
It's probably gonna. It's gonna be a 7 or an 8. It's gonna be very hard for it to be much higher, I think, based on everything I've heard. But it looks interesting. At
Yep.
least. Maybe it's fun.
This will be the 4th time I've reviewed season 1.
You did the
Various podcasts and other things, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did the season wrap up, the season like first impressions or whatever. We did JoJo Sunday.
Yeah. So this will be number 4.
number 4.
And I will rewatch it. I like My Happy.
There we go. All right, Miles, what are you nominating for 2 weeks after that? Which will be, what week is that? That is August 31st. Wow.
Yes.
The International Day of Charity. No, wait,
Okay,
that's
great.
that's not true. That's my calendar
Okay.
lying to me. All right.
Okay. I'm bringing us back a long time to, well, technically to something that came out this year, but we watched the season 1 of this, like for I think our first Halloween episode.
That sounds right.
And so I'm going to be nominating Doro Hetero season 2.
Hell yeah.
This was a request from one of my dear friends and her wife, and so I am doing that for engagement.
Hell yeah.
All right. All right. Kat, what about you?
I am also going to bring it back to something that came out this year.
You're also bringing
Thank
it back for
God.
Bringing it
spring
back.
2026.
Oh, it was non-Baka.
So winter
God damn it.
2026,
thank
actually.
God.
Okay.
Fate, strange fate again.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
That was so
I just-
funny. You nominated it the first.
What we got, Kat?
Journal with Witch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit! Good pick.
That's my number 1 or number 2 show of the year so far. So
Hell yeah.
What the
I
fuck could
wish,
possibly
so.
be beating that? That's the most Pete thing that's ever peated.
listen to the podcast, you'll know.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I hate the sound of my own voice. No. Yeah.
I'm not on that episode, so probably. I'm
Say
trying
there's a
to
show
catch up.
currently airing that might take it, but
Okay.
Yeah, the new
Let me
SAO
think.
movie.
Let me think. Chain smoking cats.
they both involve witches.
Witch Hat
is it the-
Atelier again.
It's the Atelier show.
Witch in
No,
Mongolia.
it's- Yeah, which in Mongolia. Which is
There's so many
Science Haru.
witch shows.
It is Science Haru.
Cool. Pete, what are you nominating?
A show. So I was going. Okay, so I'm not doing Uma Musume. I actually realized after I said it, I'm like, it's actually way too soon for it, so I don't want to do it yet. This has been on my plan to watch for a long time, and I don't know why. And I must have watched something that I added to my list. I'm nominating the show Humanity Has Declined. It is
Okay.
a venture sci-fi comedy
Yep.
Interesting.
This is. I think I've seen this before.
from 2012.
Yeah, I don't know why I would have, but it's just I don't know. I guess I'll find out if it wins and
it
I watch
calls
it.
to you. You know.
Yeah, it speaks to me in some way.
According to Mel,
Okay.
it looks like Rifle might be the only person in our Discord that watched it.
The only person on Earth who
Who watched the show? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the color palette.
Me too.
Uh,
Me too.
Alrighty. Jolene, what are you nominating?
I'm gonna keep the drinking theme up and nominate Kamina Botan.
Hell yeah. Hell
I'm
yeah.
in a Botan. Is that recent?
Last season.
Last season?
Jolene's
Okay,
also
cool.
bringing it back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Taking it old school.
Bring it back now, yo. 2 hops this time.
Have you ever heard of this new this retro anime Botan?
I'm black. I don't know. Sorry, I had nothing else to say there.
This should not be a bit for us, guys.
should
I'm
not
just
be a
gonna
bit.
say
Really
it.
shouldn't.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Yeah, Kat, drop the bit. Stop saying it. It's not. Like. Oh my God! Sorry.
Why do I
Okay.
feel like this is just white people explaining racism to me?
No, see, Kat, you don't get it. See, so what we're doing is. Okay, I'm going to nominate, sticking with the themes of racism that we're talking about, I'm going to nominate 86 Part 2.
No.
Okay.
That always trying to black explain.
You know, when you are black, okay, no, we get it.
We just said we were killing the bit.
I know, well, that's why I said it again. Though, 'cause
You're
it's
killing the
stupid.
person that allows you to make the bit. I can't breathe right now.
Wait, all right, we should stop recording so that you can seek medical help. Then, yeah, I'm nominating 86 Part 2 to take up.
okay, but
Miles'
if he can't
mantle.
breathe, he was gonna drive him to the hospital.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burley's
Alright.
been drinking already because Cat's the designated driver for the evening.
And Pete's too busy with some Norwegian guys to help out too, right? Or whatever. I don't know. All right. We got to wrap up Watch Club. We're so that's what you said, right? You went out drinking with Norwegians in Japan. What? Oh, God.
What's going on?
That was like 4
One
years
so
ago.
far.
Once so
True.
far. That once knowingly too. You don't know how many Norwegians you've actually drank with, right? In theory.
Yo, Erlen Holland, hit me up.
He's so funny. His Snapchat, the only reason to keep the app is to look at his Snapchat stories. He's so goddamn funny. All right. That wraps up Watch Club, I think. Thank you for listening. Pete, take it away.
If you have made this far and you want to support us, the best way to do so, like, comment, subscribe, leave a review on whatever platform you are watching or listening to us on. Next week, brand new thing. I'm going to be super vague. I hope you like it. It's going to be super fun once I figure everything out. But by the time the episode comes out, it should be all fixed. So look forward to that. Otherwise, for Watch Club, we will see you in 2 weeks for my 4th review of My Happy Marriage. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.